Hello, hello. Welcome to the channel. I'm Govardhani, and in January 2025, I started one thing which is documenting my everyday in my journal. This video is going to give you all the tips if you want to get started on the same. And why should you get started with the same is something that I'm going to share towards the end of the video. So stay tuned. So here comes the first tip. Be a little cautious of the size of the journal. So I am using an A6 size journal because one thing you don't feel overwhelmed. Oh, there is so much. That means I have so much to write. I'll need to find out that many things to write about my day. And usually that does not happen. Second thing, when you end up filling the entire page, you feel accomplished. And that's exactly the feeling that we are chasing. Now, if you look at these two journals, this one is a little bigger. So, it feels ki, oh, I have so much to write. And again, I don't have enough to write. But for this one, you feel ki, okay, just one paragraph about just maybe just one thing in the day and I'm sorted. So that's also something that you can get started with. Now, the biggest question that always comes up is, what do I write about in this journal? So, a simple answer is just write the highlights of your day. So, understand one thing, you're not trying to process anything here. You're not trying to answer the why, what, and how here. You're just reporting what's happened. So, basically, you're documenting your whole day. Right. So just major highlights, and these don't have to be your routine things. Okay, I woke up, I brushed my teeth, I had this thing in my breakfast. Although even that's a good idea. If on certain days there is nothing major that's happening, but just the major highlights, and these can be just 2 to 3 bigger things that catch your attention. On certain days there might only be one thing that was the highlight of the day and that has been constantly on your mind. It's completely okay if you're writing one paragraph about the same thing. Then on certain days nothing might have happened, nothing extraordinary might have happened, it might just have been your usual routine. Then you can focus on how you felt during the day. So even if you felt neutral, it would be a good idea to find out what made you feel that way. If you are tired towards the end of the day, it would be a good idea to reflect on why that is so. If you are a little into the negative zone, again, a good idea to figure out why exactly are you feeling that way. So just acknowledging it will make a huge difference. Believe me on this one. Then comes the next question, which is, do I need to explain everything in detail? And the answer is no. You just have to write it in bullet points in as less words as you can, because ultimately you just want to get it out of your system. The idea is not for you to look back on it and see how your days have been, and the idea is not to explain it to another person how your days have been. So all you have to do is just write it in as short form as possible. So for example, let's say if it was yesterday that I'm talking about, I can simply just write, woke up, felt tired, pushed myself through, had to complete this task. Completed on time, not feeling very energetic, had to go to this place, it went well. Or simply just went well. Eliminate all the words that you feel are not required at all. And again, there is not a compulsion to fill the entire page. If your page is left blank, if you could only fill half of it with the less happening life or less happening days, if you have it, it's totally normal. Let it be. Now, this is going to be sort of the most important tip, which is keep your journal handy. So, what I've done is I've kept this pen in my journal this way, because of which I don't have to keep looking for the pen every once in a while. Next thing that I did is I kept the journal right in front of my dressing table, so that when I'm doing my night care skin routine, I can simply just pick it up and write in it. Now, I'm sure this would be a major concern, that what if someone reads it? Then it would be ideal if you can keep your journal along with certain other books or other notebooks right in plain sight, so that no one even bothers checking it up and they feel it's just another notebook. In fact, get a notebook which looks like just another notebook. Now, last thing, if certain days you feel, you're bored of the whole writing part, it looks very boring, you can add certain creative touches to it. Let me show you around. So all you have to do is take a marker, write the date this way, and then add the name of the month next to it. On certain days, you can also just put one washi tape and again write the date in the corner like this. Use markers, use stickers, use colored pens. Feel free to work around your creativity. Now, you don't have to be creative every day. I mean, that's how I started, but then I figured ki it's a lot for me, and then I don't want to do it because it feels like a whole big task. So now what I do is I simply just write the date on top and then I start writing about the day, and that's it. So don't overwhelm yourself where it's not necessary. Now let's answer the bigger question, which is, why should you do it? How is it even going to help you? Now, here is what I have observed from 1 month of doing it every day. First was that just acknowledging a few things, this thing is causing me stress, or this is the reason why I'm not feeling very good today, or this is one thing that made me very happy today. It made a lot of difference because now I'm very aware. So, first thing is the self awareness part increases. Second thing is, when you don't have to carry all this stress, all these negative emotions in your head, and they're out there on the paper, you have more space to focus on things that are more productive. So, of course, your focus increases. And third thing, what happens is, if certain times you feel, you are not able to convey your thoughts and emotions to people, your communication definitely improves. Because now, instead of being frustrated on random people for random reasons, you know exactly what you're feeling and why you are feeling, so you're not really bothering people who don't deserve to be bothered that way. And fourth thing, although it's sort of a little insignificant for me, but maybe exciting for you, which is you have a documentation of your whole life or your whole days. You might not want to visit them back, but then at least it's there. So maybe 10 years down the line, when you look at this journal, you can sort of, laugh or smile or be sad about certain things. How it's also helping me. So I keep this jar for every year where every week, on every Monday rather, I put one good thing that happened throughout the week in this jar. So now when I'm picking that one thing, it's very easy for me to go through these pages and figure out what was the best thing of the week, and then I put it in this jar. So if you haven't started the jar, you can do that. But I would highly recommend the daily documentation process. Get started with it. And if you have any questions, put them in the comment box and I'll be happy to answer them. See you in the next one where I'm going to share all the kinds of journals that I use every day. So stay tuned and see you soon. Bye bye.